Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kirpa classes. Our today's topic is statistics, meaning, collection and presentation of data. After going through this course, the students will understand that statistics is an important branch of mathematics wherein we arrive at the definite conclusions from the data which is available before us. We will also understand what is the meaning of data and what is the difference between primary data and secondary data. If the original data is collected first hand, it is called primary data. If the information or the data has already been collected by others and it is available for use by the individuals and researchers, that is, if we search any information on the Google or we get any information from the books or magazines, this is secondary data because the information has already been collected by other persons. We have not put our own work on ourselves into collecting the data. The work or the hard work has already been done by some others. This is secondary data. Then the students will also understand that there are various means or, or ways to collect the data. That is, we can do surveys, experiments, or we can go through books, magazines, or the government records, or we can search the digital records, such as we can make use of search engines to collect the data. Then the students will understand that they can present the data with the help of tables, and the students will also learn that the statistics has various applications in various fields such as business and economics, in the field of marketing, in the field of healthcare. In each and every sphere of life, statistics has its own impact because in each and every business, the decisions have to be taken only on the basis of the statistics. And in each and every organization, say in the healthcare industry or in the manufacturing industry or in maintaining quality control, the decisions have to be taken only on the basis of statistics. If the particular product is not selling much in the marketing, we will have to decide on the basis of the statistics that whether to continue to sell or what steps extra we can take. That is, we can take any decision only on the basis of the hard facts or the numerical figures which are presented before us. In this course, we will understand the presentation of data with the help of tables. We will solve some 4 or 5 examples in this course, and in the next course we will do practical examples of frequency distribution tables. Now the topic before us is introduction to statistics. Now we will understand what is the meaning of statistics, what is the difference between primary data and secondary data, how we can collect data, and how we should present data. Suppose we are watching television, and on the television we are watching news. The news are related to a cricket match between the two countries. How we can know that the particular team has won and the other stands defeated? The news will tell us on the basis of the data that this particular team has scored so many runs in the match, and so it has won. That is on the basis of the runs scored in the match, the particular team is declared won. So it is only the data or the statistics which come into the picture. Now we take another example. We are reading the newspapers. In the newspapers, it is written that the particular political party has won the state elections. How they have won or how they have been declared won, it is only on the basis of the particular number of seats which they have won. That is the again the role of data or the statistics come into play, because the particular organization has won more number of seats as compared to its competitor political party. If we see the any business news channel, the same may be stating that the particular organization is continuously increasing performance. How they can say? They will give the pictorial presentation of the data that the profits of the particular organization are increasing year by year. Here again, the data or the statistics come into the picture. In the same way, we say that the global warming all over the world is on the rise. That is, the temperatures of all the cities across the globe is increasing. How it is derived? Because it is on the basis of the calculations or the data which is collected by the meteorological department or other research organizations. Here again, the data or the statistics come into the play. Now we will learn the same in theory. Every day we come across a lot of information in the form of facts, numerical figures, tables and graphs. We get this information from newspapers, televisions, magazines and other sources of communication. The information which we get from newspapers, televisions, magazines or other sources of communication may relate to cricket batting, bowling averages, profits of the company, temperatures of the cities, polling results and so on. This information, whether it is numerical or otherwise, is collected with a definite purpose and is called data. Data is used in various aspects of life. So it becomes essential for us to know how to extract meaningful information from such data. It means that suppose there are 100 students in your class and the result has been declared. One student has suppose get 56, another 67, another 77 and so on. Different students, each student has got its own marks. If we write the marks obtained in a single line or many lines, we will not arrive at any conclusion. But if we say that such number of students have got less than 40% marks and such number of students have got more than 70% of marks, this is the presentation of data. That is, we can arrive at some conclusion. If we write simply the information, there is no purpose. We will not arrive at any conclusion. This extraction of meaningful information is studied in a branch of mathematics called statistics. That is the arriving at a decision on the basis of the information collected to arrive at a particular conclusion. It is studied in statistics, and statistics is a branch of mathematics. Statistics deals with collection, organizing, analyzing and interpretation of data. The word statistics had different meanings in different contexts. For example, we take two examples. First is, may I have the latest copy of educational statistics of USA? What it means? Here the word statistics means that the numerical data of a number of educational institutions of USA. That is, the data pertains to how many institutions of USA, and it may also contain the reference to literacy rates of various states, etc. Now we take another example. I like to study statistics because it is used in day-to-day life. In this sentence, the word statistics means the subject or a branch of mathematics which deals with collection, organization, presentation, analysis of data, as well as drawing of meaningful conclusions from the data. In this course, we shall briefly discuss collection of the data and presentation of data. Suppose you are studying in a class and your teacher asks you that you should count the number of fans which are there in the school. What will you do? After the school timings, you may count the same. Or the teacher may ask you, let me know how many girls and boys are in our this class. You may immediately count the same. Further, the expenses of your house are increasing every month, and you will analyze the expenses under different heads. How many expenses I have incurred on electricity, how many expenses I have incurred on, say, food items, and how many on mobile expenses, under different heads. So what it will do, it yourself. Next is, when you see the election results on television, the all the collection of the data is performed by the employees of the news channel. If you search the Google and find out the literacy rate of USA, it is 88%. Have you counted the literacy rate? No. This work has been done by some other persons or other organizations, and they have published the same in some books, magazines, or I can get the same from the digital data which is maintained by the search engines. So what is the purpose of saying all this? We give below the 5 examples of data that you can collect from your day-to-day life. Now these are the 3 examples we have discussed early. That is the number of boys, girls in our class, number of fans in our school, and electricity bill of our house. In all these 3 works, we have collected the data or used our own, we have got ourselves involved in getting the data. So this is the data where we are involved ourselves. This is the primary data where we are ourselves involved in collecting the data. But in the case of election results which were being shown on the television or published in newspapers or other magazines, the work was done by others. The literacy rate figures have been collected and published by others, and we are only using the literacy rates for the purpose of writing some note. So where the work has been done by some other persons, this is the secondary data. Secondary data. We will now read it about the same primary data and secondary data on the next page. Primary data. Primary data refers to the original data that is collected first hand for a specific purpose or research study. When we collect the data in respect of the fans or the number of boys or class, we are obeying the instructions of the teacher. When we are analyzing the different heads of expenses in respect of our house, that is, we are calculating the electricity expenses for the last 2 years, we are doing it to reduce the expenses under different heads. So we have a specific purpose. Primary data is collected through various methods such as surveys, interviews, observations, experiments, or direct measurements. Here we have used direct measurements. The examples of primary data are 1, 2, 3, which we have discussed earlier. Now, what is secondary data? Secondary data means the data that has already been collected by someone else for a different purpose and is available for use by researchers and individuals. For example, the literacy rate data was collected by some organizations or individuals. They collected the data on the instructions of the government or the owner of the particular institution, so that the same may be published or the necessary action may be taken by the government to improve the literacy rate in the country. We are only utilizing this data, and that data is called secondary data. This data can be sourced from published materials, government reports, surveys conducted by other researchers or organizations, or digital databases such as search engines. Examples of secondary data have already been discussed at point 4 and 5. Now the question is relates to presentation of data. When we collect the data has to be presented in such a form which is meaningful. We had taken the example of our class where 100 students had appeared in the class and they secured different marks. And if we write on a single page all the marks obtained by different students, it means no purpose. However, if we say that such number of students obtained less than 40% marks and such number of students gained more than 70% marks, and compare it with the previous year's figures, we can say that the performance of the school or the class is improving or decreasing. So this is the presentation of data. That is, we can arrive at the particular conclusion. If we simply write the marks obtained by different students, it will not serve any purpose. So after collecting the data has to be presented in such a form which is meaningful, easily understood, and gives its main features at a glance, so that the necessary action can be taken for the purpose for which it was collected. There are various ways of presenting the data. We will understand the presentation of data with the help of tables. Now we will see. We will here consider first example. Consider the marks obtained by 10 students in a class test given below. Here are the 10 students. One student has obtained 55, another 66, another 95, and so on. Different students have obtained different marks. But what does this data show? Does this mean any sense to you? No. This is raw data. We have simply written the information in respect of the marks obtained by different students. From this picture, this data or information, it is difficult for us to find out which is the highest marks and which is the lowest marks. But if we rearrange this information in ascending or descending order, we can easily find out that the lowest marks obtained by the student are this, and the highest marks obtained by any student are this one. Let us arrange these marks in the ascending order, in the increasing order. here we have rewritten. After going through the same, we observed that 25 are the lowest marks, and after that comes 36, after that comes 42, and so on in the increasing manner. We have rewritten the data. So now we can easily say that the lowest marks are 25 and the highest marks are 95. Presentation of the marks in this ascending or descending order is useful or easy when we are to present data in respect of only few number of students. But if we are to present data in respect of say 200, 300 students, then this form of presenting the data in ascending or descending order will become quite difficult. Now we will write see what is written. Presentation of data in ascending or descending order can be quite time consuming, particularly when the number of observations in the experiment is large. So what we can do if the number of entries are more? Now we will see another example. What to do? Consider the marks obtained out of 100 marks, that is the maximum marks are 100, and 30 students have of class 9 of a school have obtained the marks. How many marks they have obtained? One student has obtained 10, another 10, 20, 36, 92, and so on. The list goes on. These are the marks obtained by 30 students out of 100 marks. If we simply go through this data, we cannot make anything because the data is lengthy. However, we can do that. We will find out how many students of 10 marks are there. We will find that from this that this is the single student. In the same way, 20, any other person or student has obtained 20? No. We will write this is the single student. Then we will find out the 30, whether any person has obtained 36, 36, 36, 36, 36. This is the 36, this is the 36, this is the 36. Any other 36? This is the 36. So 3 students have obtained 36. In this way, we will form the table that how much students have obtained the particular number of marks. In this way, we have formed the table that the particular number of students have obtained these marks. So in this way, 50 marks have been obtained by 3 students. We have formed a table. To make the data more easily understandable, the number of students who obtain a certain number of marks have been mentioned. Where we have done this. This is an ungrouped frequency distribution table, because if we make the group say up to 20, 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, it will be like a group. But here we have mentioned only the marks and the number of students who obtained the relevant marks. This is the ungrouped frequency distribution table, or we can say it that it is simply a frequency distribution table, and the table may become very large if the number of students are very large. So if the number of students or the number of entries are say 100 or more, we will make use of grouped frequency distribution table. What is that? Let us consider another example. Let us now consider the following frequency distribution table, which gives the weights of 40 students of a class. That is, there are 40 students in a class and the weights of all the students have been written, and we have grouped the students on the basis of weight. That is, all the students who have the weight between 31 to 35 have been mentioned here. In the same way, all the students who have the weight between 36 to 40 have been clubbed together, and so on. In the same way, from 75 to 71, only one student is there. That is the number of students who fall in the group of particular weight are grouped together. This is the grouped frequency table where we have formed the group of weight, and we have mentioned the number of students against that. Presenting data in this form simplifies and condenses data and enables us to observe certain important features at a glance. From this figure, we can easily say that only there are two students who have the weight equal to 66 or more than that, or there are only 11 students who have weight between 31 to 35 kg. We can arrive at some conclusion, but here is again a problem. What is that? Suppose a student comes new admission and he has weight between 35 kg 0.500 gram, and another student comes which has weight between 45 and 46, that is he has the weight of 45 kg and 500 grams. Now where will you put? Because there is no group where we can add these two students. Now we will see it in the next example. So now what will happen if two new students of the weights 35.5 kg and 45.5 kg are admitted in the class? So this is the previous scenario which we have discussed. We cannot add student here. First student which is having 35.5, we cannot add student here because there is gap of 1 kg in each class group. In each group there is a difference of 1 kg. So we cannot. So what is this? What we can do? We will see that there is difference of 1 kg in each group. That is 35 to 36, difference of 1. 45 to 46, difference of 1. 40 to 41, difference of 1. 55 to 56, difference of 1. In each group there is a difference of 1. So this is the lower class limit, this is the upper class limit. Difference is 2 in any two class intervals or in any two groups. So what we will do is we will divide the difference which is 1 by 2 and it comes 0.5 kg. We will add 0.5 kg to the upper class limit and subtract the 0.5 kg from the lower class limit. We will go in doing the same in each group. That is, in case of 31 we will reduce, that is which is the lower class limit, we will reduce 0.5 and it will become 30.5, and we will add 0.5 in the upper class limit and it will become 35.5. In the case of this 36, this is the lower class limit, we will reduce or subtract this 36 by 0.5 and it will become 35.5, and we will add 0.5, that is the half kg, to the upper class limit and it will become 40.5. So you can see that now this becomes continuous, and 35.5 which is the upper class limit in this group becomes the lower class limit in the next class group. So this becomes the continuous weights. There is no gap in between any of the figures. 65.5, now again next group starts with 65.5. This group ends with 75.5 and the next group starts with 75.5. Now there is an important point which is to be noted. Suppose there is an entry of say for 50.5 kg in the class. Now where will you add 50.5? Because you can add it here, you can add it here also. If you add it at both the sides, the entry will become double. The students will increase by 2, whereas it will be actually increasing by 1. So what to do? By a say convention, the 55.5 will be taken in the on the next group and not on the upper class limit, but on the where it is written as lower class limit. So if there is a person which has gained, say, entered the class or taken new admission as say 60.5, it will not be entered in this group, it will be taken in this group by convention. So you can here have observed that if we make the class intervals continuous, any student who gets admission in the class and we make the group on the basis of weight, we can make the proper group. In the same way, if any student say obtains 30.7% marks and groups have been made 20 to 30, 30 and 31 to 40, and we have excluded 30.30 to 31, then we can make this data continuous in the same manner. Now the next, application of statistics. Statistics is used in a variety of fields including business, economics, social science and natural science. How statistics are used in business and economics? Suppose you have been asked to do a research on the particular product, say washing powder. You are an employee of a company which is dealing with washing powder. You will do the market research and will give you a report on the basis of facts and figures that this company is selling its products at this price, this company is selling its product at this price, this is the sale of the particular company, and this is the earnings of the particular company, and how the customers behave if the prices are made up or lower. So all this type of research is based on, or you give your report only in the form of statistics or the data, so that your employer can take necessary decision whether to increase the price or what type of or which price should be set for the product which is to be launched in the market. In the same way, forecasting is done in business, that at what price we are likely to gain maximum profits or at which price we can get maximum demand from the public. Then we do financial analysis, that is how much profits have been earned by the particular company, what is where they are doing expenses. All these are presented in the form of statistics. All the decisions are taken by the organizations as well as the governments on the basis of the statistics. However, some populist measures are also taken by the governments. We will leave that aside. Most of the decisions which are of business nature are taken only on the basis of the hard facts or the statistics. Statistics is also used in opinion polls. When the polls are likely, say in 1 month, the opinion polls start pouring in on the newspapers that the particular political party is likely to win the majority. How they get this? They conduct surveys and present it on the basis of the particular data that the particular organized or particular political party may win. This is only based on the particular data. Population analysis is also based on statistics, and statistics is also used in understanding social phenomena. Healthcare. Statistics also plays a crucial role in medical research, clinical trials, healthcare planning. Sports. Statistics is used to analyze player performance, team strategies, and making informed decisions in sports. If the particular sportsman is not performing well in the matches which he has played, he may be asked to leave the matches, or he may not be nominated for the next match. How it is decided? It is only on the basis of the performance which is in the form of data or statistics. How many matches he has won, in how many matches his performance was not up to the mark. All this information is only in the form of data or statistics. Quality control. If we are selling a particular brand of product and we are daily receiving many complaints regarding its side effects, what we will have to do? We will do quality control. It is only on the basis of the statistics that we have decided to take this step. Statistics is used in manufacturing industries to monitor and improve product quality. These are only a few examples of how statistics is used in different fields. The applications of statistics are wide ranging. That is, we use the data or the statistics in different spheres of life, and the usage of statistics is growing as in many fields decisions are to be taken on the basis of the data which has been placed before them. We would now like to conclude this course. The information, whether numerical or otherwise, which is collected with a definite purpose is called data. Data is used in various aspects of life. The extraction of meaningful information from the data is studied in a branch of mathematics called statistics. Statistics deals with collection, organization, analysis, and presentation of data. Primary data refers to the original data that is collected first hand for a specific purpose or research study. Primary data can be collected through various methods such as surveys, interviews, observations, experiments, direct measurements, etc. On the other hand, secondary data means the data that has already been collected by someone else and where we are not directly involved, and the data has been collected by someone other for a different purpose, and the said data is available for use by individuals and researchers. The secondary data can be sourced or obtained from published materials, which is in the forms of books, magazines, government reports, surveys conducted by other researchers or organizations, or digital databases. After collecting data, we can present data in the form of tables so that the data is easily understood and give its main features at a glance. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.